Hey, Charles here with Rocky Mountain, and today I'm going to show you how to install the Nuetech 5150 bib insert into your tire and onto your rim. So these are designed for 18 and 19-inch tires. It's the ultimate off-road setup, and it is designed to be ran with the Nuetech Tubliss system. So we've got a separate install video for the Tubliss system. These are going to be great for anybody that is using them for competition, or maybe you just don't want to mess with flats while you're out on the trail. Let's go ahead and jump into the process. To get the 5150 installed with your Tubliss system, we've got some first line gloss coat. You could use Armor All on that red insert as well. Now, the other thing we have is some rags. You want to have a few tire irons. We've got a variety of irons and spoons. I've got 2 tire bead holding tools. These are going to help you out a lot. We also have that tire changing stand. And then I'm going to be using a valve core remover, an inch-pound torque wrench, 14mm socket, and then for that inner bladder on your Tubliss system, you do need something to pump that up to at least 120 psi. So we've got this suspension air pump, we've got a tire pressure gauge, and an air chuck. Now, if you need any parts or tools, head over to our website by clicking the link in the description below. Again, we already have our Tubliss system installed, so if you need help with that, go watch that video. For now, we need to prep our tire before we install this Mousse insert. So we've got this cooling gel that came with it, and regardless if you are running a tire sealant or not, you want to make sure you use this supplied cooling gel. So I'm just going to spread some on the inside of the tire, and once you ride this thing, this gel is going to get dispersed all over that insert. All right, next we're going to install this foam insert into the tire. So I'm just going to start at the bottom, and we're going to push this down in. Just work it all the way on. Now back up to the Tubliss system. If you don't already have Armor All or a silicone-based lubricant on this, make sure you have some on there. After that, we need to install the rim into the tire. So we've got this guide plate. I'm going to set that in the tire. Then you want to pay attention, make sure that you have your tire facing the correct way if it is directional. And then if there's a balancing dot or a yellow circle, you're going to position that next to your rim lock, because that's going to be the lightest part of your tire. But for ours, this tire is not directional. We don't have a balancing dot, so we're going to start out by installing the rim lock side of this first. So with that lightly started, what we're going to be doing is just taking little bites and popping the bead of the tire over the rim, and I'm keeping pressure or downward pressure on top of this rim. All right, now before I install this side of the bead, I do want to point out a couple of things. One, if you're going to fill this with tire sealant, at this point in time before you have the beads on, you can dump that sealant in there, or you can wait until everything is installed and go through that valve stem. Now with that being said, we always want to have the bead next to the rim lock. You want that to go on last. So I'm going to take it one step further. You can see we have that high pressure valve stem right there. We're going to have this little section be the last that we install. So for me, to make this easier, I'm going to use a bead holding tool just a few spokes away from that rim lock and then work my way around. If you don't have a bead holding tool, you want to start by pulling this side, or the side that is opposite of the rim lock. You want to put that side of the bead on first and work your way around up there. And we've already removed both valve cores for these valve stems, and both nuts are backed off as well. All right, so I'm going to install these tire irons right there. And as I do this, I'm being really careful that I don't pinch that red liner. Got my bead holding tool right there. And then the other tip that's going to help you out a lot is we're halfway across from the other bead holding tool. I'm going to install one more. And the nice thing about this bead holding tool is I'm not worried about this pinching the liner. If I had a tire iron stuff down in there, I might be a little bit worried about that. So we want to prevent any damage to that inner bladder. And then from here, this is really where we're going to start taking smaller and smaller bites with the irons. And then for this last little bit, I'm just going to try to get 2 levers inside of here. And you don't want to get on top of that rim lock. Make sure you're just grabbing the edge of that rim. I think I might make my life even easier, and I'll go for 3 levers right here. Boom. After that, we can remove the bead holding tools. Gonna flip the wheel over and do the same steps on the other side. Now on the other side, that insert, it's gonna hold the tire up a little bit away from the rim, so you can kind of press that down into place where it should be. And then on this side of the tire, we're gonna be going in the opposite direction because we always wanna move away from this bladder. And that's gonna help prevent any issues with grabbing that or getting that pushed too far down where it could potentially be damaged. Got the bead holding tool. We'll go ahead and work our way around. Again, being mindful to not catch the edge of these irons on that red liner. So you can see on this side, it's going to be a little more tricky because this is already trying to bead up. We don't want that. You need that bead to be in the drop center of the rim in order to stretch the rest of the bead over the rim to get this installed. So again, we have that second bead holding tool. And even with that in here, it's going to get tighter and tighter as I move along. So I'm going to have to be pressing down on this side of the tire. We want to get that to drop down just like that. And we'll get multiple irons in place and we can flip the bead over. Okay, then remove the bead holding tools. Now if you had tire sealant in here, it's a really good idea to remove your wheel from the stand, and you're going to want to bounce it and rotate it at the same time. That's going to help distribute that tire sealant evenly throughout. After that, you can reinstall both valve cores. You're going to inflate that high pressure bladder, and you want these to go up to 120 psi. And then the low pressure side, that's going to be your rim lock. You can put that wherever you want it. After that, you want to torque your rim lock. So once you snug that up, tighten it to 9 foot-pounds and only click the torque wrench once. Then the red cap is going to go on that high pressure bladder, back up that knurled nut to the cap, and the blue cap is for the low pressure side. All right, so there you have it for installing the Nitro Mousse 5150 onto your rim and tire. It's really fairly simple. It's almost easier than changing a normal bib out, and it's going to give you that exact pressure you want and the safety of a run flat. Now, if you have any questions about the process, leave those down in the comments. If you need any of these items, we've got them available on our website. So click the link in the description below. Orders over $75 ship free. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. I'm Charles with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Thanks for watching.